Yeah, we're slugging right now. Like, I've been hitting a lot of home runs with this team. I'm kind of surprised. Ooh, the Yankees have turned it up in the East. I just realized we're past the All-Star break now, so I'm going to take a look at this. The Twins have bounced back to take over first place in the Central, dropping the White Sox down to second with the Indians, the White Sox down to third with the Indians in second. The A's are starting to run away with the West a little bit. The Astros being 6 games back, everybody loves to see that in the wild card. The Mets are starting to take the East a little bit. We got the Central on lock, and the Padres are starting to pull a little bit away in the West here. 5.5. Nothing insurmountable, obviously, and it's only July, so we'll see. I'm not really feeling like taking any trade opportunities right now, unless something crazy comes up.
The Brewers have mostly been a study in consistency this season, and with the trade deadline just around the corner, they've got a comfortable division lead to show for it.
Oh, what the hell? That just felt weird. There we go.
Digging in, Omar Narvaez. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
Narvaez.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. After it is Myers. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third.
Cool. Oh, that was actually close.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with 1 out.
Coming to the plate now, Orlando Arcia. And
Orlando Arcia found himself on the bench in my first run of this team. He's doing really good this year. In this
swing
run.
And a liner.
Stay fair, stay case in point.
And that is down for extra bases.
Go ahead RBI double here in the 7th.
Run and maybe another.
No, not with
as he arrives at second without a play.
I don't know why Ted Jerkwood has
no
no
run
speed.
is
It's
also win, and with it,
he doesn't strike me as someone who wouldn't have speed.
Boy, those have
Your
to feel
attention,
really
please.
good,
My DPH designated pinch hitter.
Big RBI
It sucks because I do want to. I wouldn't hate another bullpen arm. The issue is I like Ray Black. He's having a good year. I like using him. I want Brent Suter to go down, but I know that it's based on overall. So Suter would stay up and Ray Black would go down.
And slow yourself down enough to come through.
That's exactly go to the bottom of the 7th. I'm
Now
going
time
Devin
is
Williams.
asked for at home plate and granted by the umpire back there, Earl Hendricks. And now still not ready just yet as he steps out for a second time here.
I'm kind of mad that I have to beat the Padres here because, like, I'd rather see them win the West than the Dodgers. I only care for the Dodgers now because of Mookie Betts, David Price, and Joe Kelly.
The 0-1 delivery.
Like, if the Dodgers win the World Series, I will find happiness in knowing that Mookie Betts,
the runner at third.
And assuming David Price gets the second ring, even though he opted out of the season, but Mookie Betts and Joe Kelly will have 2 rings now.
High in the air out to center field.
Can't tag on that, not with Jerko speed.
Grisham is there. Let's see if they test it. And this would be a tough opportunity to squander this late in the ball game, but he'll hold tight with 2 away now. Now in the box, Tyrone Taylor. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's. And it appears they're going to give him the intentional walk here.
But I think I'd rather see the Rays. As much as it's weird, because like I'm a Sox fan, I'm a Red Sox fan, AL East. I don't want to see a division rival win a ring, but I can't dislike this Rays team.
That'll bring Luis Urias to the plate.
So, we'll see.
He's set. The 0-1. Hit down the third baseline. And this scoots under his glove. Oh, what a time for that. 1 run scores.
2 runs score, and it's a 3-run
second.
In a perfect world, it would have been a.
Now we're going to have a
like I said, as much as I don't mind the Dodgers winning because of those 3, but I would have rather see the Braves win the NLCS. Braves, Rays, World Series, whichever team wins, I'm happy.
Hey, D-Roll, that's a big RBI right
I think I would have rather the Braves at that point, but still.
Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher.
Number 36.
And we'll have to leave it
Now
there.
pitching.
I'm going to bring in Devin Williams now.
Devin Williams for the Brewers. The call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Jason Castro
that's the ball.
To start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning 1-0.
For the 8th, assuming this lead stays the same.
1-1 to Jason Castro.
1-1.
Fouled away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
This is a pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game. The cutter darting in on the hitters in the opposite batter's box. It can be a real effective pitch when it's located well, and that one was right there.
At the plate, Trent Grisham. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And it's fouled away. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. He struck him out.
Nice.
The third
D.
time
Wills.
he's fanned in the game.
Like
it's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they really figured out how to attack this guy.
Fernando Tatis Jr. is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Grounded down the third baseline. But this will get foul for strike 2. And another foul ball. The 0-2 once more. 4 runs, 7 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Another one sent foul.
Big at bat here. Nice. D. Will
Struck
wins.
him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They're on the short end of a 7-4 score.
I'm on Top Dog's Instagram Live right now. I need a second.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Keston Hiura. He went deep last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Oh, this ball is hammered out to deep center field. Back goes Grisham, still ranging back. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive
distance,
shot
444.
to dead center field. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his second of the game, and they double him up.
Next for
It's
Milwaukee,
8-4.
the right fielder.
Here's Ryan Braun now as he rips it on the ground to second. And that's in there for a base hit, his third hit of the game.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his
first
third
baseman,
single
number
of
5,
the game, D-Row. 3 for 4.
Jurko.
Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the
Now, meanwhile here, this ball's hit fairly well down that left field line, and it's going to stay fair. It's a home run.
That's on the roof.
So a 2-run homer down the line in left. 32 now for the season, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Your attention, please.
So with into the box, Omar Narvaez. Pulled toward right center field. Back goes Grisham. He gets. To it and makes the catch for the first out.
The batter, number 3.
Now at the plate,
Shortstop,
Orlando Arcia. Lifetime versus this pitcher. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit on the ground out to short. He's got it. And there's out number 2.
Your attention, please.
Garcia will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 24, Avisail Garcia.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. After it is Myers. He gets there to make the catch, and that.
Now
Number 29 gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief. And in steps Manny Machado. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his
Leading
game
up
so
for
far.
the Padres,
Such a good hitter. We all
the
kind of
third baseman,
expected to pick up 2 or
Manny
3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Here's a fly ball well hit. On the move is Braun. But he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. Well, it's always daunting to know that you've got to deal with the 3, 4, 5 hitters to start out an inning, but even more so when the 3-hitter starts it out with a double.
Yeah, he's going to have to start making some good pitches to get out of this thing. Job number 1 is to get the next guy, and ideally you keep him from advancing the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Here's the 0-2. Fly ball to straightaway left. Yelich is under it, 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Will.
ZRA's only going down 1 point. That's not good.
So here's Will Myers. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip.
0-1.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. Fouled off. 4 runs, 8 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres.
Ball.
A 1-2 count to Will Myers.
1-2 is the count.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Now another 1-2.
Nope. Ball.
Wanted to get the front door curveball on the inside corner there, but it backed up a little and stayed off the corner.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in
The
this
batter,
one.
number 9.
Man, I love watching a pitcher
Second
that just
baseman,
rears back and
Jake
blows smoke by a guy at the letters.
Cronin.
It's the ultimate challenge
Excellent.
pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss. Man, that's a sight of beauty.
Here's a
No
late
ball,
swing and a
2
miss.
strikes.
Strike 2. Grounder down the line at third. But this will be a
Foul
foul
ball.
ball, and it's still 0-2. Got him
Hit.
looking, and that ends the inning. Coming to the plate now, Tyrone Taylor.
Leading off for
He's
the
hitless
Brewers,
in 3
the
at-bats
center
to this
fielder,
point.
Tyrone
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Taylor.
Down the left field line and deep. And no one will get this one. The windup and the 0-1. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Racing back the left fielder, and it's gone as they add still another. Fans are getting plenty of souvenirs today. That's the 5th ball we've seen clear the fence by just this one lineup alone.
The third baseman,
Yeah,
number
Matty
2.
D, how about this, D-Row? If you
Luis
come to watch offense,
Urias.
you've picked the right game to come and see.
5 bombs from one team. Everybody in the lineup. They're making fun right now of the guys who don't have a homer in this one.
Profar has him played perfectly as he puts it
The left
away
fielder,
for out number 1.
22, Christian
In is Christian
Yelich.
Yelich, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field, and that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases, and he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Hey guys, I like
The
the
batter,
execution by the
the
batter
second
there. He
baseman,
got a hanger in the middle of the
Keston
plate. He could have come
Hiura.
unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
And that'll bring up Keston Hiura. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. Back goes Grisham to the track, to the wall. Gone.
All right, that
into
live
the
just
home
ended.
bullpen for a home
I screen
run.
recorded a lot of it. I was listening. They're dropping a lot. They're playing a lot of music.
So a 2-run shot to left center, his 3rd home run of the ball game, as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Well, if you'd have told him
Keston
when he
Hiura
woke
is
up this morning that
unreal
he was
this
going
year.
to hit
Your
3
attention,
home
please.
runs tonight, he
The
would have
3
thought
homer
he was
games
dreaming.
over 20
Well,
home runs now
it's
this
a
season.
dream night,
Now
but
pitching
he's wide
batting
awake.
sixth
Craig
spot.
Stammen is
Number
in out of the
34,
bullpen now as he'll be
Craig
inserted into the number
Stammen.
6 spot following
You're
the
now
double
playing
stretch.
second and batting
Greg
7.
Garcia will
Number
also
5,
enter as a part of the double switch
Greg
as he'll hit in the 7th
Garcia.
hole in the lineup. 3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game. In
Damn.
the air out to right. Myers is under it. 2 gone. Here's
first-
Jed
I can't believe Jed
Jericho
Jericho hit that ball onto the
coming
roof
off
like
a
he did there in
two-run
his last
homer his
at-bat.
last time around.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last.
Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field, and that is
Dude,
going
we're
to
just
clear
mashing
the wall.
right now.
Home run.
Today's been a good day for me on this game. This was a team I was nervous about too. Like I wasn't sure how I'd feel after
Up
I
next
thought
for
about it. For a
Milwaukee,
minute.
the catcher,
At the
Omar
plate now, Omar
Narvaez.
Narvaez.
My
To
God.
right field and absolutely hammered.
It's 2016 because
Forget
there's a
about
derby in
making
San
a play
Diego.
on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs.
your
Drew
attention,
Pomeranz
please.
comes on to pitch
Now
now,
pitching
hoping
for
for
Milwaukee
better results
Masters
than
out
the
here.
other
Number
arms that
15.
they've run in this one.
Two.
Next to bat, Orlando
Pomeranz.
Garcia as he swings and
It
grounds
sucks because
toward the
I'm not
hole.
pinch hitting for
That's
what's
through a
Spaceland doing.
base hit, and he's got his
I
third
brought him
hit
in
of the
specifically
game.
because I wanted him to pitch
So
2
the
innings.
top of the 9th keeps a rolling as he comes
I
through
didn't
with
get to
2
my 9th
away.
spot.
Now batting, number 29,
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out old ambush tactics.
Man got drafted in
First pitch
08.
fastball,
Damn.
middle in, he's able to drive that for a nice single.
Scooped up. Second for the force out, and the side is.
I would not have hated bringing Nottingham for that
Here's the
though.
first
But oh well.
pitch to him.
leading up for
Greg
the
Garcia
Padres,
is in to start
The
things
second
off
baseman,
here as he looks at a
Greg
called strike. It's 0-1.
Garcia.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep
I
his
really
hands
need
down.
Alex.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One
The
away.
left fielder, number 10,
And he fouls this one off.
Jerickson. Rofar.
The windup and the 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now.
throw a tweet out there.
Count and the pitch. And that is swung on it. Things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now. Infield in the
now
overshift
batting,
here. Now the
catcher,
pitch. Fouled away.
Castro.
This is only going down 1 point per out. I can get him to 4.6 here, right?
And this will be a called strike 2. In trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
Hey, the beat goes on. That's number 8.
Yeah, the beat goes on. There's suck my cock.
2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Hey, the fisher.
And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over. Well, guys, we mentioned earlier that the trade deadline is almost upon us. Do you look for this team to be active as a buyer?
Matt, in this day and age, any team with any kind of hopes at a postseason run has to be considering adding a piece or two, because if you don't, you're losing a step to those teams that are making upgrades. On the other hand, you don't want to be trading away very many valuable prospects unless you're pretty sure your team is a serious contender.
Yeah, and the other thing to make sure is that the player or players you are acquiring are actually going to come in and make you a better team. It's not just about making moves to make moves, but those are the things that GMs have to figure out this time of year.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd have to get something crazy for a trade. Like, I got 9 days left till the deadline. Michael Givens, who is in the... No, he's in the majors. I thought he was in the minors. Michael Givens, not too spectacular. Matt Barnes... Like, legit, they're the same age, same overall, same potential, same handed. Barnes is a little bit better with the velo and the break than Givens is, but Givens is a little better at controlling his pitches. Barnes is having a terrible, not a terrible year, but not a good year at all. Or Shane Green, who's not having a bad year. But again, my issue is, I would take this trade if I could decide who goes where. Like, why is Freddie Peralta fucking set up? Why can't this game just let me make my changes and accept it? Like, this is so stupid. Like, I would want Brent Suter down and Ray Black to stay, but I know Ray Black gets sent down if I trade for a bullpen arm. Josh Lindblom has no business at this point being in my rotation. Freddie Peralta has more business being there. But speaking of Freddie Peralta, he has no business being my setup guy when I have Devin Williams and Corey Knebel. I have to, and Corbin Burns should not be my number 1 guy. It should be Brandon Woodruff at 1. Then Corbin Burns at, oh, my starting rotation's not looking so hot anymore. Except for Brett Anderson should be 2 now. Corbin Burns 3. Ethan Small 4. Adrian Hauser 5. Josh Lindblom bullpen. Freddie Peralta long relief. Devin Williams set up with Corey Knebel. This is getting ridiculous. I'll move him here. Maybe that helps. I don't know. But this is fucking dumb. That's the one thing I cannot stand about this game mode, is that will not stay. Also, for some reason, I have Yelich in right, where he belongs. I have Braun in left, where he belongs. Oh, okay, that's why. Whoops. Yeah, that's fine. There. I thought I changed their position on all my ones. So that one's on me. That one was my mistake, but still.
And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show.
Third
You've chosen to
baseman number
tune in
2.
at a great time. The
Louis.
Milwaukee Brewers batting here in the
Louis.
bottom of the inning, looking to send these fans home happy with a walk-off win. Here's the first pitch. This is lined into left field.
That'll do it.
It's going to fall for a base hit. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter
Luis
of
Urias
feet.
walking it off
the
again.
wall.
Nothing easier than
And
that. Coming
they're
in,
gonna
one pitch,
walk
go
off
home.
with a 4-3 victory.
And, like, I would get starting pitching help, but I don't know who gets sent down if I take a starting pitcher. I think it might still be Ray Black, and then I have, like, fucking 8 starters with 3 long relievers and 5 starters. Like, or, well, technically, 7 starters. Ray Peralta's not a starter, technically, anymore. It might also be too late for me to change that preference now. Yeah, so I just gotta take what's given to me here. Luke Jackson for Ronnie Rodriguez. Ronnie Rodriguez? I don't know. Super utility guy. I knew he was once with the Tigers. Not a bad fielder. A little bit of pop against righties, like ever so slightly. Luke Jackson is not having a terrible year, not having a bad year. Lance Lynn would be a great pickup, but I hate leaning on him so much. Or Yimi Garcia, who I did just pick up in my last run through, who's having a terrible year. And Manny Pena is actually not bad, so I don't mind keeping him. So if I take Lance Lynn, it looks like either Brett Anderson or Adrian Hauser would get sent down if they send down just a starter. Adrian Hauser is having a good enough year where I don't think he deserves that, and Brett Anderson's having a great enough year where I don't think he deserves that. Josh Lindblom, on the other hand, I would love to send down because he's having the worst year out of anyone who has the starting pitcher position. Ray Black also has a very good shot at getting sent down, unfortunately, because of his overall being the lowest on my pitching staff. Brandon Woodruff is doing fantastic. Brett Anderson is doing very damn good. Corbin Burns is starting to slip up a bit. Ethan Small, I mean, it's his first year, so I don't mind it. He's progressing still, and he's not doing bad. Adrian Hauser is solid. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't necessarily need it. I'm going to go ahead and say no. I'm sick. If it were pretty much anyone else besides Lance Lynn, maybe I would have taken it, but... We're just going to move on with no trade. I don't think I've added anyone via trade, have I? I know I called up Ethan Small, but I don't think I've traded for anyone this run. That's kind of weird.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
Looks like a tall order trying to tie or take the lead against this guy who leads the league in saves.
Oh, cool. I just got 3 outs with haters.
Fastball, and it gets by him.
Zero down 2, or up 2. 1-3-3, hell yeah.
Swings and misses.
No balls,
He's in
2
trouble
strikes.
now, behind 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Pitch there for the first here in the ninth.
How many is it going down per at bat? 1. Figured as much.
Pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
So I guarantee this is what will happen with Josh Hader if I had to guess. He will continue at this pace throughout most of August. His ERA will probably drop somewhere to about like 1.21, maybe 1.18, maybe even somewhere in like the 1.08 area, depending on how much he gets used. And then come September, he will shit his pants. It has nothing to do with him, but it's how this game works. He will end up finishing, he will have an ERA for the majority of the year that is sub 2, that is close to, you know, low 1s, 1.08 like I said. And then all of a sudden he will finish the year with an ERA that's like at least 2.6. Because that's how this game operates. Yo, I don't know what the fuck is going on with my big toe, but it feels weird as shit. It feels like it's getting caught on my other toes, but like, nail. I just caught it. That's the problem. Okay, I'll be right back. No trade. Player boost for Jed Jerko, cool. Also, I just got retweeted by Zakari from TDE, so, you know, no big deal. It's always nice. It was a little bit delayed, too, like, he's only got 19,000 followers. Wow.
Well, in case you didn't already know or needed a reminder, Jed Jerko is a pretty important player for this club.
Yeah, you know, that's an understatement, Matt.
Digging in now for the Brewers, Jed Jerko, one of the better hitters in the game this year, currently 7th in the National League batting race.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
Or power. Like, he's not going to hit 40 home runs.
The 0-1 on its way. Darvish is a guy who throws a lot of strikes, rarely walks people, but what does bite him occasionally is the home run ball.
Matt, this is a guy that's not a power type of pitcher, so he needs to rely on being down in the strike zone. One of the keys, he tends to lose being aggressive when he falls behind, and he kind of nibbles around the strike zone. And what happens with that, Matty V, he becomes very predictable, and when you don't have overpowering stuff, you tend to be able to get hit hard.
Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance.
That's gone.
Gone into the home bullpen for a home run.
Hey, that's a
battle there.
Pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter.
Here's Jed Jerko
now batting. The first baseman.
Yeah, that last guy, Danny, he turned that fastball right. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Braun leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center.
I feel like I could run faster than Jed Jerko.
Hap is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side.
Which is wild, because like, I don't
understand
his zero speed. He doesn't
Milwaukee.
seem like a person that would have 0 speed.
3 innings complete.
Or
It's the
speed.
Brewers 4 and the Cubs 1.
The first baseman, number 5.
It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
5-run 4.
Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something.
He's got a 2-hit game, including a homer now. That should be 2+ signs.
So make it 2 hits for him now on the night. This one finds its way.
Bare minimum.
Digging in once
the
again.
First baseman,
Jed
number
Jerko.
5.
Last time through was a base hit.
Jerko.
Here's the first pitch to him. And it's fouled away. Kimbrel, a right-hander who stands an even 6 feet. He was selected in the 3rd round during the 2008 draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, But you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high.
And he will get there to make the running.
All right, 2+ signs and a loss, whatever.
Well, with a chance to reflect on this one, Jerko turned in a nice performance at the plate, guys.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Can't get him all.
We mentioned earlier how important he is to this club. It's contributions like this one today, if turned in consistently over the long haul, can really have a huge impact on this ball club, assuming everyone else is holding their end of the bargain. I look forward to seeing some more of the same from him in the future, and I know they do as well.
Would you look at that? My rotation's all sorts of fucked up again. Brett Anderson is getting royally fucked when he should be my number fucking 2 starter. Hell, at this point, he has my lowest DRA. But let's throw him in the bullpen. I can understand not having him be in the number 2 spot, but it's such dumb fucking shit that I can't set my pitching rotation and let it stick.
And now a crucial spot. Bases loaded. 2 men gone. And that'll bring up Avisail Garcia. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Now a ball hit in the air, and this looks like it'll get him out of it.
Why you got benched.
Wong is there.
Tyrone Taylor probably wouldn't do that.
Your attention, please.
It's the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the
number
home
38,
7.
Devin Williams.
Oh, I didn't change my bullpen. Shit.
Tommy Edman stands in as he
Here's the other thing. Freddie Peralta as my setup. This game only cares about overall. And then it changes your shit based on overall, regardless of what you want. You can have somebody that's 77 overall be having an amazing year, Cy Young year. You know, I'm not saying Brett Anderson, but just for example, you could have a 77 overall having a Cy Young year. He could be setting records. He could be on pace for 500 strikeouts in the season, on pace to 35 starts.
The first baseman.
You know, throw a perfect game every outing. But because he's 77 overall, and you got 5 guys who have overalls higher than him, he's not going to be in your rotation. You could have a bullpen arm, an elite bullpen arm, a guy who has yet to pitch at least 1 inning per game, which ends up averaging 162 innings, and not allow a single run in any single inning, not allow a hit. An ERA 0, whip is 0, strikes out 3 guys per inning, 162 times 3, that's over 400 strikeouts, and yet the game would be like, nope, he's not going to be your closer, he's not going to be your setup guy, he's got guys that have higher overall. Even though you said it, you know, you are the one that sets him as your closer, like, you put him there. This game will just straight up change it. Like, this game says, nope, you cannot do that.
All set for the start of the inning.
Like, I've honestly never seen something
power hitting second baseman, Keston Hiura. Fouled off. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Hiura is slugging over 600. That's an elite level if you're not already aware, so he's got to be dealt with very carefully by opposing arms. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. There's a shot out to right center field.
Keston. Speaking of slugging percentage,
turning, he's headed for second. And the Brewers get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double. Ryan Helsley is out of the bullpen now as he gets to work in his 60th game of the season.
When you're leading by 1 run, you want to do everything you can to add to the lead and give your bullpen a little breathing room.
First baseman batting 5th. It's the lefty on the mound, that's why.
It makes a big difference, so double here goes a long way towards making that a real possibility.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bader is right there, 1 down.
Now
digging in to try it
Number
again.
26.
Number 26. Trying to add some padding to their lead in the form of that run standing out there at second base.
Attaboy, Nottingham.
High and deep out to straightaway left.
Nice two-run shot.
See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
Every run helps late in the game. And with this one on the board, they're now up 3 and only need 6 outs to end it. They've got a little room for error, and I'm sure they'd like to add to that even more if they can.
The shortstop.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. Fly ball out to straightaway left.
Damn, that
left
almost got
fielder
over his
giving
head.
chase. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Alright, so
the third baseman.
And that'll bring
2.
forth Luis Urias. 1 for 2 with a double
so he's
on
to
his line
RCA
thus
batting
far.
8th. I thought my pitcher was due up.
On the
I'm
screws
actually
to
not going to complain
shortstop,
about that.
but
I'd
caught
obviously
to
love making like a home run or something like that, but this way I can
Paul
go to
DeYoung
Naval right
digs
now.
in
I
next.
might
He'll get things
Here
you
started
go.
now
Fourth
in the
State
bottom
Louis.
of inning number 8.
hater
The
for
shortstop.
It's on to
Ball.
pitch out of the bullpen in the
DeYoung.
bottom half of the 8th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
What's Nable's ERA looking like? I didn't look at that.
Party there, no balls and a strike.
We're going to see him throw that hard
No balls,
fastball
2 strikes.
early and often.
Swing and a miss as he ran
100
the
on the gun,
fastball
love to
right
see
by
it.
him for the first down.
This is
The
what
ERA
a power
dropped
pitcher will do.
From 2.52 to probably 2.51.
Now
He
batting,
executes
right
his
fielder.
pitches. That was
Dexter.
a
He's sub 250 ERA.
Fowler.
That's
stuff
very
that he
attractive.
has. It's not uncommon for him to absolutely dominate certain guys.
Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike. And he fouls this one off. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch.
You know what's wild now that I think about it?
He faces out of the
So,
bullpen.
I tweeted
Now
at Zakari
batting,
just after that
Here it
Top
is.
Dog
Yeah,
live.
It's a
yeah.
high
I
fly
tagged
ball
Tom Bennett
headed
for
to
that
the
minute.
left field corner. If it stays fair,
And it
it's
took a little
gone.
while before
And
Zakari
fouled,
retweeted it, so
though
it's
it
not like he
had
just
the
like
home run
retweeting
distance.
shit in his mentions. Like he
Garcia
actually
has a
saw
read
it,
on it.
read it, and
No trouble
retweeted it,
with
and
this
liked
one,
it for that
and
matter.
the inning is over.
That's the thing. We
One,
took the time
two,
to like
three
and
go
retweet.
the
Like, I
Cardinals.
don't know.
They trail 5-2.
So, I'm wondering if they were still in the studio and he said something, because I made a pun on his name. His name is Zakari, Z-A-C-A-R-I, and he kept going off in Top's mentions, or in his, the hell? Sorry, I got distracted. So yeah, I'm wondering if they were in the studio, and he said, I called him, because he was going off in the comments of Top's Live, saying like, oh, Kendrick's done, like, you know, that's what he said on the hard part 4, don't call for me, listen to the first song in section 80, fuck your ethnicity, you know, don't listen, he said don't call for me, that's why he said damn, he's got a kid now, like, all this other stuff, like,
Sogard,
there's no heart in it no
affectionately
more,
referred to as nerd power thanks to the signature specs. He was taken in the second round back in the draft of 2000.
Very specific voice, huh? That's cool.
Nerd
power indeed. Pinch hit dinger to take the lead, or to extend the lead.
Without a doubt is gone.
As much as I don't care for him,
Now the
I wanted to
skipper's
give
on his
everyone
way
else a
out
full
toward the
day
home
off.
plate
Your
area, and I
attention,
believe that means we're going to have a double switch.
So I made a pun on Zakari's name, said, in that same tweet, said, you know, heard some real heat on that Top Dog Live on IG just now. Better see some of that drop soon. While you're at it, you might have to change your name to Zacapi, though, like Z-A-C-A-P-I, because all that cap you're talking about, dot.
The wall.
So I'm wondering if they made a joke about it and talked about it in the studio. Tyrone Taylor joining the 30 home run club back-to-back. Sogard Taylor.
Going with the right-handed reliever there, looking for the right-on-right advantage, but he took that strategy and blasted it into the outfield stands.
The right fielder.
Got on the bump,
I've
just
met
didn't
Kendrick
execute
before,
the pitch
like,
he wanted.
I've met a lot of the guys on the label before, so.
Swing and hit a pop
There's
to the
that.
right side of the infield. And Goldschmidt able to put the squeeze on it here.
Talk to them.
One away.
Weird to think
Now
about
batting.
the fact, like, I've had
Left
conversations
Here's
with
Garcia.
in person in real life,
Garcia.
Here
and they
comes
might
the
be
pitch
talking
for
about me,
Garcia.
at least for a second,
Popped up.
now. in their daily
Goldschmidt
life.
is there.
In the studio, for
Calls
that
it in
matter, like
without
in the
any
fucking
trouble,
studio,
and
they're
there are
recording
two
and making
away.
music, they're doing their thing, and then there's just me.
The batter. The second
And that'll
baseman.
bring up Keston Hiura.
That's one thing I do enjoy about social media.
First pitch
I
coming.
think it obviously has all its
And he goes down and gets
all
this
its negatives.
fastball and takes it high in the
Oh no, I
air
didn't.
to deep straightaway center. But that'll stay in the park.
Another
as it's
double
off
for
the
Hiura,
wall.
who continues to
And
get that
he is
slugging up.
into second with a double, his third hit of the night.
Social media can have all its
The more
negatives
things
and all its
change, the more
downsides.
they stay the
Some
same.
positive
This
sides
guy's
to
been
it too.
producing at the plate all year long, and this at bat is no different.
I can see
He's probably
how there's more
surprised it
harm
didn't
than
lead
good
the
in it,
yard after
but I
the
definitely
season
think
he's
there
had,
are some
but he'll
really
just
good
have to
points to
settle
it,
for a double.
including
Comes into
being
this
able to
appearance in
have
the
that
midst of a
interaction.
1-for-4 day. Line drive to center
At least
field.
Vogelbach had a 3 home run,
Bader
or a
will get
3-run
there,
home
and he
run, or
puts
3
it
RBIs
away
at least
to
anything, or I should say, in this game. We'll go to Brent Suter. Now it's non-safe.
Your
As
attention, please.
6'5"
much as I don't like him,
takes over on the
since his ERA is
mound
now
now.
sub-4, means he's probably been turning it around a bit.
Swinging a ground ball to third.
Nice play over there at third.
Throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Was he like 3-7?
Next to bat for
maybe? I
St.
don't know,
Louis,
3-7-0 now.
Tyler
Let's see how
O'Neill,
far it goes down. He
lifetime
went down
against
4.
this particular arm. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2.
I got the count 0-2.
Wow, that changeup is an absolute beaut. They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
Hit out towards second. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah,
The batter.
everybody's getting knocks.
The
and
second
bat
baseman.
averages are flowing
Go
right now.
there.
Nobody's come up
Oh.
with that.
Nice game-ending double play. 2 birds, 1 stone. Wrong button. Player stats. Brent Suter down to a 3.65. Nice. Good win. Secured to win. Ooh. If every single one of these players are in their prime, who's winning a 2v2 tournament? Kyrie and KD, Steph and Clay, Paul George and Kawhi, or LeBron and AD. I think I'm going to have to go with LeBron and AD in first. It's tough to figure out who comes in second because prime KD is insanely good. Not that prime Kyrie isn't, but we don't know how they mix and match it yet either. We know LeBron and AD are a good mix. We know that Steph and Clay are a great mix. Kawhi and Paul George, I don't know, but maybe just the two of them they could be. I'm going LeBron AD first. Steph and Clay second. Barely. Kyrie and KD third. Paul George and Kawhi fourth. I mean, but really, you could swap KD and Kyrie with the Splash Bros and have it be, just as legit. Keep at it. I'll probably stop soon though. It is 1 o'clock. I guess I might alarm for tomorrow. Well, today, I guess. 6:45, 50, 55, 7, 05, 10, 15, 30. Not 30. I don't think I said 7:30 normally.
And we're in a heated contest between 2 division rivals, one of whom is happily nested at the top of the standings, and the other one is looking to shake the tree a bit.
Matt, listen, if you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best, right? These are the games where a team who's trying to come out on top of the pack can get a leg up. And of course, if you're on top, this is a prime opportunity to keep them away.
Number 15.
Oh, wait.
Nick.
Okay, Brett Anderson got the start. Cool.
Senzel.
We'll keep him out there. See if we can get him through the 7th.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. They'll start this one at 274. 8 home runs, 26 RBIs. Fouled away.
He's allowing one run through 7. would lower his ERA for sure, yeah. If I can get these next 3 outs.
Grounder hit hard down the first base.
He's late on a lot of these seemingly slow pitches. Yeah, 83 is late on it. Makes me almost want to throw a fastball, but
this is foul right side.
Does he even have a four-seamer? Okay, he does. I'll give it a go, but it's only going to be like 89 or something like that, I think.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
Oh no, this is 100% his last inning. Now he's in the yellow. He might not make it through the inning at this rate.
And he
there we
struck
go.
him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame. So up steps the former MVP, Joey Votto. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, 19. And he's not alone.
He's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
In his career against Brett Anderson, he's a .333 hitter, 5 for 15. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
The right fielder, number 2.
Gotta get through this. This is gonna be a big at-bat to get through.
Here now the pitch. Ground ball left side. Defense set up perfectly. And that's
we're showing South that we have the top 3 in home runs in the NL. The top 4 in home runs in the NL.
As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
Definitely, Matt. He's been throwing it by guys the entire game, but that leads to some high pitch counts, and that's the case here. After that hit, you have to wonder if he's starting to get a little bit fatigued.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts.
I just wanted to get this last out.
Now at 2-1. A bouncer up the middle.
Good range.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop.
Nice 7 innings of 1-run ball.
Your attention, please.
7, 8, 9 to up 2. You love to see him in the same game
of the season.
Lucas Sims.
Here comes the first pitch.
Damn it, Narvaez. Get that bat up.
Casali over to his left. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
At the plate,
the
Orlando
shortstop.
Arcia. He'll look
Orlando.
to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, big time K last time up, and it's been
fair ball down the line. Attaboy
and
Arcia.
He tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Nice execution right there. The ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it.
Righty on the mound. Vogelbach pinch hits.
Daniel Vogelbach will be summoned off the bench here as a pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning.
Say 5 home runs, 14 RBIs in his last 9 games. That's a pretty solid line right there.
He pulls this one into right. Yes. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2
now
aboard
batting.
now.
Center fielder.
That had to be in the scouting report right there. We don't see too many 0-0 breaking ball ambushes in the game anymore. He had to know that pitch was coming.
On a rope to the second baseman.
Obviously, you're just really pissing me off more and more. I really give you the benefit of the doubt.
There are a couple of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt. Especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Long run for the right fielder.
Not really a long run,
he gets there to make the catch, and that.
All right, Corey Knebel for the
Your
8th.
attention, please.
Been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start
Yeah, his ERA is now already going up. It's 1.51 now.
Corey.
First pitch on his way.
I mean, not that that's bad at all. Like 1.51 ERA, you'll take that from anyone.
Ready with the nothing in one
pitch.
Hey! He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
The batter, number 9. Second base.
Mike Moustakas is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here. It's
I mean, Knebel would make a great closer on a lot of teams.
Missed that strike
Just sucks that we have Josh Hader.
Late swing on that curveball right there to run the count 0-2. Don't think he recognized that one
setup well. As well. His ERA is what, 2.4 now? 2.36.
Swinging on the fastball there. Mike Moustakas goes down for out number 2 in the top half. And that is down as that could be 2 bases.
Yeah, because of these damn shifts. Like, even if you want to shift the infield, I'm sorry, but don't shift the outfield. That's dumb.
Run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double. Into the box now, Jose Garcia, and it's fouled away.
I don't agree with it.
3 at-bats to this point. Strike 2.
There seem to be different philosophies on it, so Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone or just out of the zone. But something
how are you going to hit a 96-mile-an-hour two-seamer going down your hands like that?
Swing and a miss on the knuckle curve, and the inning is over. And here's Christian Yelich now.
Leading off
hit in
for the
2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game.
Christian.
Now the pitch.
Yelich.
Hard liner to center field.
Drop. Hell yes. Yelich.
And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second
throw?
of the night. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Now batting. Second
Sometimes
baseman.
the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes. Aggressive style. First pitch. Base hit up the middle.
In there. Now the throw. Not in time.
Yelich got that speed.
90 feet is a big deal when you're talking about a one-run game. So that's a little risky. But, hey, sometimes you have to be aggressive and force the other team to stop you.
There's a swing and a drive.
Nice. Yelich got his bag.
Get out of here!
And Keston's still in deep.
Home run.
The home crowd has really come to life here in the bottom of the 8th. They know as well as anybody that a 3-run lead this late in the game is awfully tough.
That's
The left fielder, number 8.
Josh Hader's got it.
Ryan.
No
This
problem.
one is theirs.
Raw.
Here's
Oh,
Ryan Braun.
even better.
Oh,
Kira and Braun back-to-back.
In the air to left center, and you can forget about
Non-save
this one.
situation now. Don't even
Back-to-back
need
home run.
443
he
for
turns on
Braun
this
on the
thing and
Pistons.
drives it out, extending the lead here to 4 in the bottom of the 8th. I wouldn't be
Your
surprised if
attention,
that
please.
keeps the closer in the
The
bullpen
changes
for now.
for
No
Cincinnati.
need to bring him in a
Now
non-save
pitching and
situation.
batting in the
Let him
7th.
relax unless something happens
Number
at the top of
70.
the 9th that
Damn.
warrants getting him up.
Swung on and
Antone.
lifted in the air to left
Now
center.
playing shortstop and batting number 2.
Slide over
Number
and put
3.
this one away.
Freddie
And that's out number 1.
Galvin.
Digging in,
so
Omar
I don't need
Narvaez.
him.
0 for 3 with a
Now
couple of
batting,
strikeouts
catcher
here
again.
at this point in the ball
Omar.
game.
Or actually, hold on. You know what? No,
Narvaez.
I'm
One
afraid
Oh,
of
yeah.
that.
played as he asks for time. And this at-bat just doesn't want to get off the ground as he'll step out for a second time. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fouled
Damn.
off.
Dude, these sinkers are getting annoying.
3 runs already home here. Swung on and
Attaboy,
driven to
Narvaez.
right,
Fuck
and
your
no
sinker.
doubt about it. Right fielder looking up.
Second deck.
And it's gone.
22 for Narvaez.
And we're getting plenty of souvenirs today. That's the 5th ball we've seen clear the fence by just this one lineup alone.
Now
Yeah,
batting.
Matty, one of the things you
Shortstop.
look for when you come to
Orlando.
a Brewers game at Miller Park, you want to see
Arcia.
Bernie Brewer go down the slide, and Bernie Brewer's fanny's got to be a little bit sore after this one.
Damn, one of my favorite.
Is your ass
places
hurt from
to
going
do
down
that.
slides? I don't
I
understand
always
that.
felt like great batters eye
Okay,
and
it's
dead
his day
center.
off.
You can move traffic to both
His day
gaps.
off, too.
A lot of home runs get hit in this yard.
So I guess we'll go to...
Boy, talk about being a game
Nottingham?
of inches, D-Roll. That was a bullet just
Ladies
out of
and
the reach
gentlemen,
of the third
your
baseman.
attention,
Yeah, third
please.
base is just a
Big hitting for the
reactionary
Brewers.
position, kind of a la
Number
goalie in
26.
hockey. He didn't have much chance there. He tried to make a play, get it above
Damn
his
it.
head, but he was unable to get there.
Terrible pitch. this one,
Mustakas waits on it. And he
Needed
makes
one
the
more run
catch
for a
the second
blowout.
out.
Not going to get it.
Up next for Milwaukee.
Now back to the top of the
center
lineup.
fielder,
Stepping in,
Avisail
Avisail Garcia. He lined out in
Garcia.
his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Waiting on it is good one. And that ends the inning. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. 9th inning coming up. It's the Brewers 6 and the Reds 1.
Okay, Ray Black coming in.
Your
Ray
attention,
Black
please.
comes on from the pen,
Now
hoping to
pitching
finish
for the
this one
Brewers.
off here in the top of the
Number
ninth.
50.
Kurt Casale comes at the plate as he takes a cold strike one.
What?
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to
I got
take a
the count.
strike in
0
this
and
spot.
2.
Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
And a swing
99
on
on
the
the two-seam. You're not gonna
fastball,
touch
and
that
there's
on
the
beginner.
first out here in the ninth. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
The batter, number
Freddie
3.
Galvis.
It's his ERA dropping. It was 3.62 coming in.
As he can't connect here. 0-1.
Galvis.
Galvis behind 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Black is an absolute flamethrower, of course. You don't have to
101.
watch him long before that radar gun really pops and catches your eye.
This is what we're looking for in today's game. We're looking for velocity, and this guy is V-E-L-O.
With movement.
Velo lights up a radar gun, and he can hit triple digits, and that's one of the reasons why everybody likes to watch this guy
number
throw.
19.
Lifted down the line in left.
Joey
And this will wind up a foul ball. Good pitch.
But then you
This
can
is
drop that
swung
slider
out
down
west
to
and
below
right down to
90.
perhaps their
So
final
you're talking about a
strike of the
12
evening.
mile an hour difference if you get a 101
It's Brett
fastball.
Anderson in line for the victory, barring a ninth inning collapse here. And
Good
he
win for
will
Brett
make
Anderson.
the catch here for the
Long
final
run for
out,
7.
and the Brewers have claimed the 4th consecutive victory. This ball game is over. Guys, do you think games against division rivals might mean more to the players than others?
I do, Matt. I mean, these guys are competitors and they want to win every game. But they know that when October comes around, it's a division championship that really sets you up for success in the postseason. These rivalry games are more impactful to that race. So yes, I think their outcome can affect the players' morale a little bit more noticeably.
Anyone in Discord? Oh my god, it's almost September. What time is it? 1:15. Alright, I'm gonna go as much as I don't want to. Gotta use the old noggin sometimes.